This video is going to cover how to build a bill of materials for the ICX 7850 series from Ruckus. So the 7850 is our brand new premium aggregation core device. So up until this point, the 7750 held that title. The 7850 has now superseded that. So before we begin, make sure you have the latest price list from the partner portal. Log into the portal. You can see that under sales resources. So descriptions, SKUs, and prices change on a regular basis. So make sure you're working with the latest information. So quick overview. This is the 7850 32Q is 32 ports of 40/100 gig Ethernet QSFP 28s, right? So 32 ports of 40 gig, 100 gig. The 7850 48F is 48 ports of 1 gig, 10 gig, 25 gig SFP 28s, and then 8 ports here of 40/100 gig. And then the 7850 48FS is just a premium version, so it's 48 ports of 1 gig, 10 gig, not 25 gig, still with the 8 ports of 40 gig, 100 gig, but it also supports MaxSec and some premium features. So 32 port QSFP 28s in the this is the 32Q. The 40 gig, 100 gig, they break out to 4x25 or 4x10. Now, be warned though that you cannot run in stacking mode with breakout mode. So if you wish to break those ports out into 4x25 or 4x10, you cannot do that well in stacking mode. Hot swappable redundant power supplies, as well as hot swappable N+1 redundant fan trays. You can order those in intake or exhaust. You can order power supplies in AC or DC. Make sure that your fans and your power supplies are the same, whether they're all -E or -I. That is a critical component. The 48FS and 48F, so the 48SF, FS, as I said before, is 1 gig, 10 gig support. It supports 256-bit MaxSec encryption, and it supports LRM optics natively. The 48F model is 1 gig, 10 gig, 25 gig, but it does not support LRM and it does not support MaxSec on those ports. It comes with, both models come with the 8 QSFP 28, so you can run those at 40 gig E or 100 gig E, or break them out into 4x25 or 4x10, assuming you're not running in stack mode. A difference between this and the previous model that we looked at was this has 5 fan trays, right? So your fans are still N+1, but there is 5 fan trays, and the power is still, you can run hot swappable redundant AC or DC power. So what comes in the box? So the 7850 itself comes in the box. You're going to get 2-post rack mount kit. You are going to get 4 rubber feet if you wish to, put it on a desktop rather than mounting it. You're going to get a grounding kit. You're going to get an AC power cord, assuming that the bundle you purchase has power supplies in it. You're going to get a console cable and an RJ45 to DB9 adapter, and you'll get filler panels for any slot that is not filled, right? So for fans and power supplies and modules, etc. So the switch SKUs, we have the 32QE2, which is the 32 port 40 or 100 gig model. It includes 2 power supplies and 6 fans. So N+1 power included, or 1-to-1 power redundancy included, and N+1 fans included. The next one down is the 48FE2. So the 48 ports of 1 gig, 10 gig, 25 gig with the 8 QSFP 28s. This includes 2 power supplies and 5 fans, so fully loaded with fans and power supplies. And the 48FSE2, same thing. So it's the 1 gig, 10 gig version. Again, 2 power supplies, 5 fans, so fully loaded as far as that goes. We have the 7850-48FS E2 RMT3. So this is the 1 gig, 10 gig model with 1 power supply, 5 fans. You still need to load the fans, right, with it all available, and 3 years of remote support. And then you can just order the base devices. So the 32Q, the 48F, and the 48FS with no fans and no power supplies, just with the base device. So this is what you would want to do if you wanted to reverse airflow or you wanted to change those options up. So options, we have the power supplies. So the AC power supplies, the RPS 19E and I, so exhaust and intake. Remember that this is from the perspective of the back of the device, right? So if you're exhausting airflow, it's front to back airflow, that's a -E. If it's intaking at the back, so back to front airflow would be -I. And remember that your fans and power supplies have to match. You can't mix and match in the device. Then we have DC power, -E and -I if you wish to run DC in your data center. Fans, so you need to order the appropriate number of fan trays. Usually, you would order them in the bundle, but if you wanted to order your fans separately, you can certainly do that. And then there's a MaxSec license if you want to run MaxSec, premium license for the full layer 3 features. There's and 2 different versions of the 4-post rack kit. There's a toolless and a 4-post rack, regular universal 4-post rack kit. So it says here 785032Q does not come with fans and power supplies, must be ordered separately. So that's the base SKUs. You need a total of 2 power supplies and 6 fans. So you're going to want 6 fans and 1 or 2 power supplies, depending on whether you want redundancy. And the 48F and 48FS, again, 1 or 2 power supplies and 5 fans. So you're going to want to populate all of those fans. Warranty, so the warranty is limited lifetime, so it's advanced replacement. Next business day. However, tech support is only 8x5 for 90 days, and you're going to want remote support or better for tech support beyond that. And optical transceivers are not covered under that warranty, so you're going to need NDP or 4P to cover optical transceivers. So there's the warranty, basic warranty on the product we just talked about. Above and beyond that, there's Watchdog and Bulldog for reactive and proactive levels of support. 1, 3, and 5 years on both of those, and options for next business day or 4-hour replacement on both of those. So these are the SKUs for Watchdog. You've got the 1, 3, and 5 year with 4-hour parts. You've got 1, 3, and 5 year for next business day. 1, 3, and 5 year for remote support, which is the minimum I would recommend you purchase. So at least it gives you 7x24 TAC access. And then secure uplink for secure federal customers that cannot return failed hardware. Optics, always refer to the optics data sheet. Too much to go over here, but you need to check what optics are supported and what ports those are supported in on that optics data sheet. So that changes frequently. Make sure you have the latest one. Third-party optics are not supported. They may function, but we can't assure the quality and test all third-party optics. So therefore, if you call into TAC with an issue, they're going to ask you to replace those third-party optics with Ruckus optics before they continue to troubleshoot. For stacking and direct attach and twin-X cables, we highly recommend you use passive cables whenever possible. So for less than 5 meters, so ½ meter, 1 meter, 3 meter, passive cables will run cooler. They they draw less energy, and they're less expensive. So they're an all-around win, and we recommend that you use active. Active are supported, however, passive should be used whenever possible. So some notes on stacking interfaces. So the 7850 does not stack with the 1 gig, 10 gig, 25 gig interfaces in Module 1. The 32Q stacks with the 40 gig or 100 gig only on Module 3. And the 48F and 48FS stacks with the 40 gig or 100 gig only on Module 2. Again, the note breakout is not supported. So if you want to run stacking, you cannot break out the 40 gig and 100 gig ports into 4x10 or 4x25. They're not supported concurrently. So sample bill of materials. This is using a bundle. So in this case, we've used the 7850. So what we want to build here is 2 switches in a stack. So 2 7850 48Fs. We want redundant power and fans. We want layer 3 software licensing and 3 years of remote support. So what we've done is use the 7850-48F-E2. So that's the 48 ports of 1 gig, 10 gig, 25 gig with the 8 ports of QSFP28. This bundle includes 2 AC power supplies and 5 fans, so it's fully loaded with fans and power supplies. Then we've added 2 of the 100 gig passive cables, 1 meter for the stacking cables. We've included 2 of the premium licenses. Every device in your stack has to have that premium license or not. You can't mix and match. And then lastly, we've added 2 of the 3-year remote support SKUs to finish that off. So pretty easy. Whether you use the bundle or you decide to build those yourself, it's pretty easy to configure that bill of materials as long as you know the rules and you follow what optics are supported in your device with the optical data sheet. All right. So thanks very much and take care. Have a great day.